Tonight we're dealing with several large fires, mostly on the western slope. The Turner Gulch fire is burning near Gateway in Mesa County. Just in the last 24 hours, it grew by about 8 miles. It's up to 8,000 acres, burning uncontained.
The Deer Creek fire in eastern Utah pushed across the state line this morning into Montrose County. It's nearly 13,000 acres, just 7% contained, but nearly all of that land burning is National Forest land in Utah. It's barely crept over the state line. Thanks for joining us tonight. I'm Kyle Clark.
I'm Kim Christensen. People across Colorado are on edge after days of hot, dry weather and new fire starts. 9
News reporter Shalima Maharaj is keeping an eye on those fires across the state, particularly Shalima on the western slope.
That's right, and we've been speaking to residents in Montrose, and they tell us that it has been extremely nerve-wracking. They love where they live, but at the same time, watching those fires encroach on the land surrounding their communities at night is heartbreaking. Black Canyon of the Gunnison National Park is normally a place of refuge for Corey Robertson.
It's just a beautiful, magical place to get away.
But with the South Rim fire growing each day, it's become a place to seek refuge from.
I mean, as the days have progressed, you could see the beautiful mountaintops, and now it's smoke. Coming in this morning, after just taking my dog outside, she smelled like smoke just from moments of being outside.
Evacuation notices were issued for several neighborhoods nearby. Close to 300 firefighters are working tirelessly.
I've been here 10 years. I've experienced one single fire, but not where I open a map and it's all around me like it is right now.
The fire was sparked last week by lightning. South Metro Fire says that's the same thing that caused a new brush fire east of Leviers.
This is just east of where we had that fire that took place the past 2 days as well.
The fire burned about 5 acres before crews got it fully contained. No one was hurt and no buildings were damaged.
I think we're all on the same page of just feeling unsettled.
For the moment, Corey Robertson remains in her home, ready if the time comes to leave.
I don't like to live in fear, but at the same time, this is Mother Nature we're dealing with. And with lightning happening every day, you don't know if another fire is going to pop up elsewhere.
Now, the fires have already consumed more than 15,000 acres across Colorado. We are expecting some of the smoke from the wildfires to make their way into Denver overnight. And that, of course, is largely fueled by fires that are actively burning in Arizona and Utah. Live in Denver, Shalima Maharaj, 9 News.
Let's turn to 9 News meteorologist Kathy Sabin now for a look at the weather that's coming our way and possibly the smoke.
That's right. There's a front that's coming in overnight tonight that will bring some beneficial moisture in the form of rain, but also a wind shift will take a plume of smoke out of western Colorado and move it into Denver. Now, the smoke, we've had a little of it, and it's added some color to the sunrise and sunset. Very nice. But tomorrow, the air quality is going to be poor. Already air quality alerts out for western Colorado. Temperatures in the mid-90s today have cooled just a bit. That air quality alert due to wildfire smoke, and we're going to see more of that moving from west to east across the Continental Divide into the metro area and into Nebraska and Kansas throughout the day tomorrow. So those insensitive groups need to be mindful of that wildfire smoke. Tracking that front coming in tonight, a couple of showers and storms on the radar tonight, a little activity in southeastern Colorado, a little wind, a little lightning, nothing severe. Severe threats shifting out of Colorado into Nebraska tonight, but Denver goes under a level 2 out of 5 tomorrow as storms develop west of I-25 by about 1 o'clock in the afternoon, moving through Denver around 3, 4 o'clock and continuing on the eastern plains until about 7 or 8 o'clock tomorrow night. We have temperatures in the 70s now, bottoming out in the mid-60s. Coming up, your weather headlines. We'll check the radar again. We've got a cooler weather trend coming and some rain. We'll have the timing and impact of this latest weather change coming up.
Breaking news, I-70 westbound is closed right now at Colorado Mills Parkway due to a deadly crash between a motorcycle and some kind of bus. Colorado State Patrol says the motorcycle rider died. No one on the bus was hurt. Troopers say a third car may have also been involved but didn't stay on scene. The interstate has been closed for about 3 hours and it may not open again until midnight. A 5-year-old boy is recovering at Children's Hospital, Colorado after he was hurt in a hit-and-run crash. Police say he was on his bicycle near the outlets at Castle Rock.
9 News reporter Janelle Finch joins us now with that. And Janelle, you spoke with this boy's mother. She was there. She watched it all happen.
Amani Willis says she was right behind her son when he was hit by a car Saturday evening. And for the last 3 days, she's been at her son's bedside while he's being treated for a skull fracture, internal bleeding, and skin abrasions. A street like Promenade Parkway in Castle Rock sees dozens of cars a day. But just one of those cars nearly changed the life of Amani Willis.
He's my only son, yeah.
Forever.
Zayden.
Willis says she and her 5-year-old son were on their way to get ice cream.
I was walking just behind him to where the dogs were right there, and I saw an SUV coming in through the roundabout.
She says Zayden was on his bike in the crosswalk in front of her, and the SUV didn't stop.
I wasn't sure if my son had made it or not because I couldn't see the impact, and I was praying that he just made it to the other side of the road.
Willis says the SUV pulled over before taking off, leaving her and her son behind.
If he sees anybody hurt, if they fall, the first thing he's going to do is check on them. So how could you not do that for such an amazing child?
For all the cars that use Promenade Parkway in a day, just as quickly as one of those cars hurt her son, another stopped to help.
He had gauze because my son, he was bleeding from the back of his head. There was just blood everywhere, and I wasn't able to do any of that. So I'm grateful that he was, because the first few seconds makes all the difference, because there was so much blood.
She says Zayden was moved from the pediatric ICU at Children's Hospital and is now in inpatient care with no broken bones.
It's a blessing how well he came out.
And for every car that uses Promenade Parkway in Castle Rock and any street in Colorado, she has one message.
Just please be alert, pay attention, and when you come to a crosswalk, just start to slow down, because you just never know.
Castle Rock police say everyone involved in this incident has been identified, but police wouldn't confirm if they have a suspect in custody due to the open and active investigation. Janelle Finch, 9 News.
Firefighters from across the Denver metro area welcomed an injured firefighter to the area today. He came in from Coeur d'Alene, Idaho. David Tisdall landed at the Centennial Airport this afternoon. He was hurt in that deadly ambush on firefighters in Idaho at the Canfield Mountain Fire. 2 firefighters were killed. The fire department says Tisdall suffered a single gunshot wound to the back. He has a collapsed lung, damaged clavicle, several ribs shattered. He has spinal swelling. Fire department says at the moment he can't move his legs, but doctors are hopeful that ability will return when the swelling subsides. In the meantime, he's getting treatment here in Colorado.
We expect to hear more witness testimony tomorrow in the murder trial of James Craig. The former dentist is accused of poisoning his wife, Angela. Today, prosecutors called their first witness, a doctor who treated Angela twice after she got sick in 2023. Angela sought medical treatment 3 times in less than 2 weeks, repeatedly saying she felt off and was weak and dizzy. The doctor says she was baffled because despite running blood tests, doing a CAT scan, even an EKG, she couldn't find anything wrong. Angela was declared brain dead days later. Prosecutors say it wasn't until her autopsy that cyanide, arsenic, and a chemical used in eye drops were discovered in her system. During opening statements, James Craig's defense team seemed to suggest that Angela may have taken her own life. They claim she was broken by her husband's cheating and her desire to stay married.
You may not think he's a good husband, but that's not what you're here to decide. You're here to decide whether or not the prosecution has proven the elements.
The trial resumes with the prosecution calling more witnesses first thing tomorrow morning.
As opposition grows to the governor's plan to put a pedestrian bridge on the front lawn of the state capitol, he's now asking the public to vote on the idea online. Democratic Governor Jared Polis' office launched an online survey today asking Coloradans if they support this $28.5 million project to build a bridge across Lincoln, connecting the state capitol to Lincoln Veterans Memorial Park. The state says this would be funded with both private donations and tax dollars. The governor's office has struggled to find supporters who will say they back the project. 9 News has confirmed that all 6 state legislators on a committee set to review the project are opposed. This new online survey makes a lengthy case for the bridge project, but also includes a video of my commentary from Next opposing it. I asked Polis today what he's trying to do by putting his controversial project up for an online vote.
Can't tell if you're looking for a justification or looking for an escape route.
Well, I'm hoping it's clear one way or the other, Kyle, right? Like what I would hate to see is 50.1 to 49.9. I'm really hoping 60-70% of people want to see a walkway. 60-70% of people don't want to see a walkway, want to see something else.
There is a link to the online vote on the governor's bridge in this article on 9news.com. The governor's office said their survey would only allow one vote per device to protect the integrity of this process. Based on our test, that does not appear to be true. Para-progressives on Denver City Council say the police department is not sharing information they want to see on the city's license plate reading cameras.
9 News reporter Spencer Soisher joins us now. And Spencer, you've also had trouble getting that data from DPD.
Yeah, for about 3 weeks now, we've had a request out to the Denver Police Department for its flock audit log. We've been wanting to see who has access to the city's camera data, as well as who is running searches on the city's camera data. Our request has gone unfulfilled. Apparently so has the requests of city policymakers. The Denver City Council voted down an extension for the city's pilot program on its flock automated license plate reading cameras because city council members were worried immigration agents could find a way to access the data. Even though the contract's up, the cameras are still running. Until mid-April, DPD's data was on a searchable nationwide network, accessible by law enforcement all over the country. Now it's just on a statewide database. Councilmember Sarah Parody has shown us documentation dating back to May, asking Denver police to see DPD's flock audit log. That audit would show who was searching the city's data and also what they're searching for. She said Tuesday night she and Councilmember Serena Gonzalez-Gutierrez still can't get DPD to give them the public information.
It's intended for public policy and governance purposes, and I cannot get it from our police department. I have probably asked, between us, we've probably asked in 15, 20 emails, I'm not exaggerating. We have not seen the full list of users with access.
Now, 9 News used an audit log released by an Illinois agency to show that a Loveland Police Department flock account was running searches in the national database for ICE. We asked DPD again on Tuesday how soon they plan to give us their audit log. They said they'll get it to us as soon as they can. At the end of a forum they held tonight, the council members asked members of the public to sign a petition asking the city to turn off those flock cameras right now. At the moment, there's no discussion or anything planned on the city council agendas for the future about an extension or anything related to the contracts for flock. Live in Denver, Spencer Soisher, 9 News.